So now, let's tie in a thought here. Let's go to a letter that Yaakov wrote to the Assembly of James, as he's called in the New Testament. Chapter 1, beginning of verse 13, which reads, "Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God," or the Mighty One. "For God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth he any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Then, when lust hath conceived, it brings forth sin. And sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death." Why has man entered into this state of being? Because of the activity of our forefather, our foremother, and as a result, it has been transmitted throughout the generations. And again, this was the point when they fell to the domination of Hashatan, the adversary. So we want to make a comparison. Okay, when we go back to Genesis chapter 1 verse 26, which reads, "And Elohim said, Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion." So Adam and Hawa were given dominion over this planet, over the earth. It continues, "Over the fish of the sea, to whatever's in the water, and over the fowl of the air, whatever flies in the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth." They had the dominion of it. Okay? They were the king and the queen of the planet, if you will. Let's go to the letter that Brother Shaul wrote to the Romans, or the assembly in Rome. Chapter 6 and verse 16, which reads, "Know ye not that to whom ye yield yourselves?" And what it means to yield yourself, that means that you submit to. See, there are only two forces, there are two powers that we can possibly submit to. We can submit to, as he continues, "that to whom ye yield yourselves servants to obey. His servants you are, to whom you obey." What that teaches us, we have to make a choice. I believe he said through Moshe like this, "I set before you water and fire." All we have to do is choose which way we want to go. We choose the blessing or we choose the curse. We choose that. He said, "His servants you are, to whom you obey, whether of sin unto death, or of obedience unto righteousness." Okay, so we choose that. So what we see in the story of Adam and Hawa in the Garden of Eden, in that whole scenario, the fact that that question was asked by the adversary to begin that process of doubting the word, and then attached to that question to instill the doubt, was a lie. Okay, now remember, it referred to that great dragon who was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, who deceiveth the whole world. How was the whole world deceived? Because the first father and the first mother fell under his deception. They were deceived. In other words, they believed something to be true that was not true. What was that? That they would not die if they ate of that fruit. And as a result, everything that they had dominion over because they chose to obey the adversary, in other words, sin unto death, everything that they possessed now fell under his possession. So you can go through the fish of the sea, the fowls of the air, the cattle, and everything of the earth. Okay? Now the adversary had the control over it. Luke chapter 4. Let's take a look at another part of the temptation of Moshiach. In verse 5 it states, "And the devil, taking him up into an high mountain, showed unto him all the kingdoms of the world in a moment of time. And the devil said unto him, All this power will I give thee, and the glory of them. For that is delivered unto me." How was it delivered unto him? When Adam and Hawa simply submitted, and all of their dominion now fell to his hand. "For that is delivered unto me, and to whomsoever I will, I give it." Now, if I can just insert a line of thinking briefly. Take a look at your multi-billionaires and your multi-millionaires and the people we consider to be the 1% in the world. Where did they acquire their wealth? And I can guarantee that the vast majority, if not all, do not worship nor serve Yahweh Elohim. So where did they get their wealth from? Food for thought. Let's go back. It says again, picking up at verse 6, "For that is delivered unto me, and to whomsoever I will, I give it. If thou therefore wilt worship me, all shall be thine." Listen to that. In other words, if we worship the devil, he will give us everything that we want. Again, the dominion originally given to Adam and Hawa transferred now to the adversary. With that story, we learned that. Okay? But we also learned that it occurred through deceit. Okay? So what has the adversary now gained the power over, since he has that over mankind? Let's go to the letter that Brother Shaul wrote to the assembly in Corinth. And this is the second letter, 2 Corinthians. We're going to chapter 4. We're going to begin at verse 1, which reads, "Therefore, seeing we have this ministry, as we have received mercy, we faint not, but have renounced the hidden things of dishonesty." Think about that. The hidden things of dishonesty. What it means to be dishonest is meaning to lie. But these things that are lies or falsehoods, they are hidden. In other words, it's not something that people who are not connected to the source of the light. See, now think about it. The light, as was brought out in several passages, is comparable to the Word. Because what the Word does, and let me just explain that real quick. With the adversary, one of the things that he will not do, he will not give you the whole truth. We're going to see some things as we go through. He will not give you the whole truth. He may give you bits and pieces of it to establish the falsehood that he has given, that he has created. But he will not give you the whole truth. Whereas what the Creator does, on the other hand, he will show you everything. He will show you everything pertaining to your walk with him. He will show you everything pertaining to your walk with the Creator. And only when we are connected to the Most High, when we understand His Word, which is